Oh, it is time to look. It's time to play a little Marvin Gaye in the background right now. It is time to talk about relationships. Fantastic new show. Very excited about this. Let's dive into it now. Gentlemen over here, we've been struggling with pronunciation of your name because let's be honest, it's a bit exotic. Exotic is the word I'm searching. Thank you. Without you, I know what would I do? Honestly, really, I run out of words in the first sentence. Now, this gentleman here, Mauro. See, I'm trying to make it sound exotic. Mauro is my name. So I would hope that you can pronounce it well. We have lovely Lisa to help us through today as well. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. I did, thank you.
That's okay.
I'm fine.
Thank you.
We're excited.
Well, that show, and you invited us. And we're,
Why not?
Say
if you're invited. Well, look, and I had to write this down because I'll tell you right now, look, as I say, apart from not being able to pronounce your name, this is a great name for a show. I really like it. Progress over perfection. Yeah, when we talk about relationships, I don't do profound, so I had to write it down. That's how good it is.
progress over.
We've had a couple of conversations, you and I, about relationships often, and I really like your take on things. I really do. I think that you're not a box ticker. You're looking at things outside the box when it comes to relationships. So, before we go any further, you want to introduce yourself? Tell the world a little bit about who you are, mate.
Okay. Well, thank you for the beautiful introduction first. I'm a relationship counselor.
Yep.
I work, my mainly job is with couples.
Sure.
Mainly relationship from the masses is about couples.
Sure.
It's not only about couples. It's about friends. It's about families. It's about co-workers. It's about everything happening around us.
Right.
Okay. The difference between a relationship, a romantic relationship, that is a couple, and a friend, that in a friend, you miss the intimate part, okay? The fun bit. But you have other fun.
Yeah.
But the composition of the relationship is the same.
I like that. Composition of the relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
You need to follow certain steps if you want to be able to create an healthy relationship.
Of course.
So, first of all, you need to have a great friendship. So without friendship, you don't have a relationship. Because friendship, you have good communication, you have good understanding. So you laugh, you're friends. Okay. Have you ever heard people say, my husband or my wife, my best friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very true. Without that, you don't have the base.
So is that maybe why I'm twice divorced? Just asking.
I married my best friend.
See, I didn't, and that's such a fundamental, and I'm not being nasty or negative. That's a wonderful thing. And I think that's something everybody should.
But we grew together as well as best friends. So you always have your girlfriends when you're young.
Yeah.
But then when you have a partner, when I started dating my husband at 19, we became best friends.
Yep.
So I think that's really important, to be a really good friend in any relationship.
Absolutely.
Can I ask how long you've been doing this type of work, please?
Well, I started 5 years ago as a coach. Because I was to understand for myself, how to figure it out for myself, and became a passion. And then from the coaching, I actually did.
So what's your background then? What did you do?
Diploma in counseling.
Okay.
I keep studying. I'm still studying. I'm very soon enrolling in for the bachelor degree. But I keep studying. I did the Gottman method, other method that were very technical.
Life evolves, right? So you have to keep learning.
Yes.
Okay? Relationships change. The relationships we have now are very different to what our parents had and their grandparents had. So, good on you for keeping the education up.
Well, it's really different because at the end of the day, we are always humans.
True.
And the emotion, even if we have the best technology in the world, our emotion are very primitive. It's come from very far in time. Yes. So we get upset we used to get upset if was a tiger wanted to hunting us. We have the same fight and flight mode. Okay.
Yep.
Now the tiger is not anymore there. We have the wife or we have the husband to run away from, but the emotion is all the same. So it's not that they change the relationship between people.
Do you think expectations have changed?
The expectation, yes, but what is changed, the society's changed.
Yes, society.
Today, women have the power to leave things, and I'm very happy with that.
Leave.
I'm very happy with that. Things that 20 years ago, a woman will never be able to leave the nest, the house, because they didn't have the economical power to do it. So where they were attached to, usually was the man, the provider of the house. So how you can leave the house when you have 4 kids? You don't work. Maybe you spend the last 15 years outside of work.
Yep.
Okay. You feel that you didn't contribute to the society. You feel useless, and you don't leave.
See, my point would be you have absolutely contributed to society, because raising 4 kids is incredible, right? I mean, their workload and their responsibility, but I do understand exactly where you're going.
Yeah.
And I think that, look, the world has changed, and there are so many options out there for people now, and therefore that changes the way that we're still the same primal beasts.
Yes.
But our options are different, therefore our actions are often very different.
Primal beast.
I think.
Yes.
I think also too, now relationships can become a little bit more complicated than they used to be 20 years ago as well. So that's my thought process, because you've got too much stimuli coming in from everywhere else.
Yes.
Whereas before, 20 years ago, or when my parents were growing up and that was their sole purpose, there wasn't all this other stuff that women had to do either. So now it's like, you have to have a job, you have to be part of this, you have to raise the kids, you have to take them to school, you have to be at their sports carnival, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that's almost a pressure cooker, in a sense, for a relationship when that all comes together as well.
Is absolutely true. And we were talking about expectation before. The expectation that all partner can fulfill every single things about our life.
Good luck.
Good luck. But the thing is that with internet, so I'm the generation, I'm born in 78. Okay. So I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in the 90s where we didn't have yet internet. Okay. So my competition was between me and maybe 2,000 people were living in my town.
Where were you brought up?
In Italy.
Okay.
See, so hang on. You can unfair advantage already, okay? Italian man, come on. Honestly.
No, wait.
No, come on.
I wasn't the only Italian man.
Sorry, man. I had it down real quick. Get myself a skip place to live.
Yeah.
But I can teach you to be an Italian man.
I appreciate that. We'll talk later.
Yeah, it's just really to love. But the point is, before, the competition was between me and my friend.
Yes.
Okay? And the competition was between me and maybe the young gang was against mine. Okay?
Right.
Okay, that was the competition. Now the competition is you against the world. Right?
Yes.
And because I remember years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I was just starting. I worked with this young lady, and she said, I'm looking for a relationship like this one. So she bring up the phone, and she showed me Instagram.
Oh, dear.
It was this beautiful couple on the beach, maybe in Bali, maybe in Costa Rica, I don't know, whatever. And they will love each other like, I want this, I want to travel, I want to be like this. Then we discover after a few months that these two persons that were paid by the company was running that Instagram page to show that they were in love. They were actors. So the problem is, if you're not aware of this, especially if when you're young, you try to develop your understanding about yourself, what you want, what you're looking for, the things you want, you see is that.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's not nowhere.
And boys go behind the Ferrari and the big cars and the masculine, the big boy. Okay,
That's right.
where life is not that.
No, and it's in so much culture. I mean, I'm just, as you said that, I can think of a song that says, the girls go for the boys with Ferraris, right? It's so sold to us rather. I know a couple who in Perth, really lovely people, and I'd see all their Instagram photos, and I knew them personally, all kind of carry on. And I looked at those photos and I think, man, they've got such a great life. They're two great looking people. They're living this Instagram life. And then I'm talking to one of them a couple of months ago, and they're broken up, and they feel like they're now hiding behind that, which is really, really sad.
Yeah.
Really, really sad. Because the whole, I mean, I don't know, I'm not inside their relationship, but certainly me looking like a TV screen, I'm looking at their world and it's not, it wasn't all, lollipops.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it becomes a status. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember that if lady go with the boy with the Ferrari, boy with the Ferrari go with the lady that is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of these are very bad, bad things to show to the young generation.
Yeah.
So what is it you're wanting to communicate through Edge on your show?
So with my show, I want to talk about things that usually people do not talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Before to get married or during the marriage.
Yeah.
Because a couple, if a couple come to me and say, we're going to get married, and I ask them, what are you going to do because in 20 years time, 15 years time, 10 years time, what are you going to do if you start to feel something for someone else? How are you going to handle that? Or have you ever spoke about money?
Yeah.
Do you have money? What are you believing?
Money's the big thing.
Well, is everything a big thing if you don't talk about it?
Parenting styles is another thing.
Yeah,
Right? You just
absolutely.
talk about it. Yeah.
Parenting style. How many kids do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want kids first?
Yeah. Well, see, we dragged ours up. So,
Religion. What religion?
yeah.
Why? What school? What kind of agreement we have? Are you going to help me?
Why this is so important is, okay, if you meet a girl or you meet a guy, if you're that way inclined, or vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm that way inclined. I'm looking for a guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking because I'm married, but
Consider those surveyed. But from the point of view of, okay, what's the first thing they ask? Okay, is what do you do for a living? What a not important question. Like, this isn't about your values. This isn't about like what you want in life. Why do we go for those basic?
Opens up a conversation.
Does it? Oh.
and it's a simple conversation.
It's a simple conversation that do not put the other person
Under stress. Yeah.
under stress. But the right conversation should be, yes, tell me what you do. How do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
And do you have sex on the first date?
Look,
He did invite me, didn't he?
Yeah, he did invite me.
And he's regretting it.
Do you have sex after the first 3 months? This is the question.
look, I would always suggest, if someone asks me, I would always suggest to wait. For the simple reason that, okay, this is the thing. This is what I've seen, okay?
Okay.
This is what I've seen. Women try to make the man fall in love with them doing that.
Oh,
Okay?
Right.
Both.
The problem is, not all the time, of course, sometimes this happens, okay? And it happens that actually she is the one to fall in love with him and he didn't.
Ah, okay.
It doesn't, for the simple reason that this is what boys say, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
The expert.
If you're so quick with me, many times boys can say, well, if they do with me, she have done it with other people.
What's that saying? Something about keep 'em keen. What's that one?
Treat him keen, keep him keen.
Okay, on the point now. But you bring a great point up there about modern dating, right? Modern dating now is about body count. Okay, how many people you've slept with?
Oh, really? That was back in our day too.
Oh, well, okay.
It's always been like that.
I just
It's
think
always.
Many years ago, people didn't talk about.
maybe I just didn't ask.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you this: why, if he's a man, do the body count is good, and if he's a woman, is not good?
That's not the case anymore, in my opinion. I think it's changed a lot now.
Yes, if you look on the internet, there is a lot of bad comment, especially if he's a woman have a a long list.
No, you're quite right. And I won't lie, I do judge people that way. Okay, it's very
Judgy.
I'm judging McJudge.
Oh.
Yeah.
I need the judgment.
So what you're saying is that if a woman likes to have sex on a regular basis, she's known as the town bike.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
And where a man is known as being like
The hero.
thing. Yeah.
the male is being as
Good on you, buddy.
because men talk about numbers.
Yeah.
We talk about numbers.
Well,
Talk about stats.
Are you really? What, when you're on your own? Come on, let us into all the boys' talk.
We talk about numbers. How many times we did it? How hard we did it?
Idea.
Oh, wow.
gentlemen would never. We exaggerate. Right. Okay.
We exaggerate.
Find a bloke who doesn't. Come on, right?
So was a guy used to say, if a man tell you the number of the girl, divide by 3 and then half.
Wow.
If a woman tell you the number of you multiply by 3. Because for a woman is bad to say, yes, I did it. And this is something that all cultures should change.
Yeah, I'll treat you just for a moment, if I may. Just want to throw it out there. It's lovely to see so many people looking on the different sites and different links. But we'd love your questions. If you've got questions or comments, feel free, type away, and we'll throw it up on the screen, and we can answer from there as well. Really encourage you. We love a bit of conversation.
Yeah, and we'll assume that you want to ask the relationship expert.
Yeah, not us.
No.
Well, I try to be there. Aspect is a big word.
I just want to ask this, or maybe make this comment and see what your opinion is. I think things are changing a lot on that now. I really do.
You're at the coalface, you should know.
Yeah, I am. So, okay, like it used to be, good on you, you're getting good numbers kind of attitude, right? There used to be that too, right? And I don't, that I see really disappearing.
But is that an age perspective? Not a young person perspective?
That's true.
Okay, I agree. Is okay. So, all right. Women ask me more about my experiences than men do, right? So women now are far more sexually forward than blokes.
Because women in our age group are far more, well, this is what I would think. If I had to go into another relationship, I'd be asking a lot more questions.
Gotcha.
I can't understand what questions they're asking.
Oh.
Okay, so
how many relationships have you been in? What? Are you into bondage? Sorry.
That can be very good if you want.
You invited us, like I was saying.
So next week's show. Okay. Okay. Friendships. So, okay, I've got a lot of female friends. Very lucky fella, right? Okay.
So, two sitting here.
Exactly, right?
Where his best is.
What I'm getting at is I get asked from female friends about, if I went on a date, they ask questions. They want to know what happened, all that kind of thing. And I feel a bit sort of coy about that. I don't want to release information. I'll give a little bit because, just a little bit. But blokes aren't asking me that. Blokes are not asking. But the women in my life are asking me.
So because the blokes know that you've got friends that are females.
Yeah.
Because of your position and your business, right? Because
no, but forget about that. All my life I've had female friends, lots of them, right? I like women. Women are great. Okay. Highly recommend them. So thanks. Yeah. But so from that, but I have done
asking personal information, aren't they?
They are asking very personal.
So maybe Murray can teach you how to respond.
That's great. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
What is the question?
The question is, okay, is it a phenomenon, okay, or is it just that something I'm localized and kind of finding? But the women are asking more of the questions about your sexuality, your patterns, your relationships than men. Men we just.
These women that want relationships with you though, but the men won't want relationships with you.
Which women? Are your friends asking these questions afterwards, or is it the women wanting to suss you out? I'm confused.
No, some of my friends ask me questions about like, you went on a date last.
Yeah, that's
the thing is,
it's
interested.
so you can go red. That's why I do it.
Yes.
Sorry, your show, go.
That's why I like it. No, the thing is this: women always been very curious. Okay.
Yep.
Today, thanks to the women movement, now women are free to talk about stuff.
Cool.
Remember that until 70s, 80s, 90s, women weren't very open to talk about sex. Sex, oh my God. Sex is still today a beast. Okay, a beast we don't talk about. We do it, but we don't say about it. A beast. A beast.
Oh, okay.
It's a conversation that people don't want to have.
What now?
In middle age, people were more open to talk about their sexuality that we do today.
Right.
So, when we think about middle age, we think about the dark age. They were more open than we are today, for the simple reason that for 1,000 years the church didn't give us a damn about if a priest was married or not, or what the people were doing about in their house. Okay. First, second, what I've seen is this: there is a change in the household, and there is awareness on how men talk now about what they do with the women, because we must learn to respect the other person.
Of course.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, the girls are always being curious. I would love to ask these two, if they sit on the table with no man around, what they going to talk about if they talk about husbands?
No, they talk about knitting, crochet work, things.
Probably.
Well, that's a really interesting thing that you should say that. So I'm happy to answer first. I find that I'm not going to talk about the friends that I've got now because not so much now. I've just turned 60, but if I go back to when I was in my 40s, I find that, and Terry Messenger was actually one of these.
Right.
So whole lot of women would sit around and it was very, very mixed. One of them was, a number of them were very, very detailed in exactly what happened. Both Terry and I were very like, no, that's off the table. We're not sharing anything. So that's been my experience. It's very mixed. What about you, Dan?
That I think depends on the upbringing of the person.
Yeah, what they come to sharing.
Strict, more open mind.
Yeah.
Open mind. But I try to think this: if two men go in fishing, two-day fishing.
Yep.
They go fishing. They barely speak. They talk about the fishing a little bit. They beer a couple of drinks. I don't think about much. They come back. The bloke is the best. We haven't spoke. We haven't talked. We haven't talked about nothing. Zero. If two women go on a trip, they sleep together. Okay, they in the same.
Yeah.
They live together. They talk. They spend all the time together. When they back home, the first thing they do, ring up again. How I forgot this.
Yes, we do. We do.
This is what
We do that.
So, and this is why we have this kind of.
So I can imagine. You said that's true. I cannot imagine. All right, I'm going to use him and Jeff as an example because I have their show first. I cannot imagine you and Jeff as an example going fishing and not saying anything.
Yeah, but
you do.
You got two doctors. Well, you go, right?
Maybe not. Maybe Italian men. Oh, no.
I don't talk about all, but the conversation now, I make it very, very.
Richard's very quiet, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you get Richard and his mates and they'll go fishing, for instance, say they do go fishing or whatever, or they'll just get together, there'll be a little bit of conversation, but it doesn't have to be. It's about just being in proximity.
Okay.
Of his mate.
It's spot on. So I went to Bathurst many years ago with, one of my absolute best mates, okay? And, we're there in the Mecca of cars. We're both car guys. We've got so much to talk about. To be frank, we just kind of hung out and we talked about, little bits and pieces, but it was more about just the company, just being there. Yeah, just very different.
It's very different. I'll give you an example. If me and you, we're a couple, you are a couple, okay? We are friends, long time friends, okay? We just got together, okay? Right. You invite us at home,
sure,
okay? at the time that the meeting is finished, we'll still not remember all names. You know everything about each other.
It's probably true too.
Yeah.
Now we have a wonderful comments come through from Taz, because I know who this is, and always brilliant comments from Taz. So me and other women talk about politics, computers, and cars. We're going to have so much fun at this party that's coming up. Okay. My recent girl convo was about what type of tires I should upgrade to with your four-wheel drive once you put your lift kit. Yes, yeah. Look, this is the great thing. We're all so different, right? We are so different. It is like
That's and I want to say, keep talking about this because we need more women, to talk about these things because we need more women in this kind of jobs as well.
completely agree.
To take away the let's say now the women and cars are not good together.
Well, my best friend from high school left high school and she became a mechanic.
There you go.
And it's not what she does now, and it's not been what she does since. But there was a lot of stuff in that mechanic's shop that she should not have been subjected to as a young female.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, back in
Yeah.
the 80s. Yeah.
I wasn't smiling at that. I'm smiling at the screen. So, gee, that was an inappropriate smile. Great comments coming through again. Yeah, appreciate that. And
Thank you.
And it's good to have these debates. You've got to talk about different things, right?
No, absolutely.
And one thing, when we were talking about this show, we were talking about the fact that you said you want to put a different spin on things. Oh, I love that. Okay. We have so many automated conversations in life, and I'm not interested in those.
Yes.
I want to talk about the things that matter and the different ways of looking at it, not just the
I think it's very important. If you think we learn a lot of stuff. We learn music. We can learn mathematics, geography. We can learn to be a baker. But two things we don't learn. The most important things we don't learn: how to handle money
Mm-hmm.
and relationship.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. They're not.
of course, it's supposed that you learn from your parents.
Mm.
But what if your parents are divorced?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if your parents are not the best parents?
Mm.
Well, what if your parents, they try to do the best job, but you're a teenager and you will never learn from them because you want to
rebel.
different from you.
Mm.
So we can learn to be in relationship, and how to learn to be, and how you can learn to be in relationship if you talk about relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned, and I keep learning because my job helped me a lot with my relationship too. Because I look myself, say, okay, that I don't have to do that.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, that is something can be very upsetting. So you can learn.
Yeah.
So everybody can learn.
Of course.
This is why I want to put together this podcast and talk about things that people don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Food, how the food impact your behavior, your hormones,
Mm.
the eating disorder, or your week of the month. How are you going to handle as a couple your week of the month?
I'm never having that conversation.
Well, it happens many.
No, but it's true because after a while you realize, okay, that's what's going on, and
You wouldn't have that conversation with your intimate partner.
you feel, oh my God, it just ruins your life. Yeah, because
No, well, maybe. Oh, she got some healing to do.
Well, that too.
I just know.
The wrong women.
He needs some.
Okay, well,
Just saying.
deal with it is what I do. Is I know when that particular week is coming up,
Yeah.
and there's certain subjects I just won't go near.
Yeah.
You know what?
Wouldn't be like that.
It should be, when that certain week is coming up
Yep.
and you nurture the person and then you won't get that reaction.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be up to him.
No, but
Be up to the bloke.
if you know that the bloke is going through a hard time as a partner, I would be nurturing him.
Have the open conversation. Just say, look, hon, I just want to let you know that, it's nearly that time of the month. So just don't pay any attention if I start going off at you. Well,
Yeah, but between the two, it's you that was suffering. It's not him. It's not me. It's not my wife suffering during the week. So it's me. I have to put something in to make sure that she's fine.
it's not right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Why is it not right? Because if you're in a relationship, you want the best for the other person.
I think you
So-
might have misunderstood me.
Oh,
What do you think I just said?
it's not right.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's what I understood was it's not right that he comes in and nurtures you. during that week. Well, for me, I believe it is right that he understands that you're having your week of the month, and he knows that in that week when our hormones are through the roof and vulnerable, that he's in a nurturing phase rather than a at you phase that causes a reaction.
I think you nurture one another. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think it's right for a quarter of a relationship that the bloke's got to walk around on thin ice.
Right. I nurtured Richard 3 weeks out of the 4.
Okay.
He nurtured me 1 week out of the 4.
Talking about
No, but you know what I mean. Like, it's give and take.
This great, honestly.
Is that
They're both about the same, right? About the same sex. We're both having the same
absolutely
conversation.
what's important now? I don't think you must walk on the shell because, but the bloke must understand what's going on.
Yes.
So when you are in a good time, because this conversation you must have when you're happy.
Yes.
So when you're happy, you must have a conversation. So the other day come in this couple, okay? Young couple, they're going to get married soon. So we start to do some pre-marriage counseling.
Right.
We start to talk about the relationship. They're doing very well because both are very young. They come from two families are not the best, and they want to do better.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So he asked me, what can I do to don't feel walking on eggshell when she's in that period? Okay?
Yeah.
So the point is, I asked him, what would you feel if now that you're good? And in one moment, you don't know why, and tell me if I describe properly, okay? Because I don't, I don't
No,
have
that's
that.
fine.
Okay? So your heartbeat starts go up. Your blood start pumping. Your head start pumping, okay? You feel the heat. The legs start pumping. You feel fat. You feel...
What are you describing?
Our monthly.
Sounds like menopause.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's in that week. In the week that going back to when I was younger, in that week when you're feeling vulnerable and you feeling upset and your emotions are there and you can't concentrate properly and you have the stomach pains all the time and all that sort of stuff.
So the question is for him, what would you feel if
that was happening to you?
From now that you're okay, in 1 hour time, everything changed for you. I say, I will go mad. Okay, what would you want from your partner? I would love to, she understand and make me a cup of tea. That's it. Women want to be held. Want that you are present in their life, that you
acknowledge that
they know that there is a safe place that you, as a man, your partner, it doesn't matter what kind of partner, you as a partner, that you go through that period, they can be vulnerable with that person.
Now, I'm going to butt in my two.
Go. This is cool.
Hey, this is great because you're talking about before people get married. Now, I made my point about what I do. I kind of think the term let things slide is so wrong, but I let things go that would otherwise affect me right in that week because I just think it's just not worth it. I know you're going through a tough time with an account, right? And I do think I up my nurturing, to be absolutely honest.
Yes.
But where I'm going on this is, okay, I'm now a guy in my 50s. It's taken me a very long time to learn those techniques. I wish someone had come to 18-year-old Aaron and said, hey, let's talk about the things you do in that week.
Yeah.
Because I've spent, half of my life making mistakes through that entire period.
Yes.
And what you're offering is such a benefit.
Yes.
Because it gets everyone on the same page. And the way, I don't want to, and how I've learned is by getting it wrong. Just keep trying different things until you find something that works, right? What a great incentive to do when you're younger. Actually bring it up, actually talk about it, actually put.
Yes.
And having said that, every relationship's going to be different. So you've got to
absolutely
maneuver it.
Absolutely. I can feel there's some disagreement.
You pull it out of her now.
It's fine. This is what I do all the time. I feel there's some disagreement in what we
just before I address that and answer that question, where my mind's been going a lot of the time that you've been talking about this, and it's something that I have said often, is I feel that a lot of relationships actually come under a lot of pressure when the woman's going through menopause. So a lot of those things that you were describing to me was more about menopause.
Yes.
So generally when a woman's going through menopause, if there are children in a relationship, they're at an age where the children often aren't keeping the relationship together anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The woman all of a sudden doesn't want to have sex because it's painful.
Mm-hmm.
And so she doesn't communicate that to her husband. So he feels rejected and doesn't understand. It's not communication. So then you end up in a situation where you're not having that intimate relationship, and that goes on for some women have menopause for like 10 years. But for most, I think for me, it was about 2 or 3 years. And then you don't come back together because it's already such a trying time in that relationship.
Just learned something. I didn't know it took that long.
Yeah, 10 years.
Wow.
You know, it's so for me that was actually a lot worse. And you go to bed at women have different ways of dealing with it, but one of the things for me is when you go to sleep at night, I felt like I had ants running all over my body. It's very hormones are very powerful.
This is why the conversation that you have to have before that happens, before that you get in the trouble. And did you know that even men have a kind of menopause?
Yes.
It's called andropause. And we don't talk about, because it's a man thing, we don't talk about. But men have andropause.
What's it called?
Andropause.
Andropause.
That, if you want to call it, can be called the Peter Pan.
Oh, okay. So that's where your testosterone drops and you can't get it up anymore.
Yeah. Oh, but you can work on that. Every relationship, as you take your car for a check, you have the house, you have an inspection every so often, you fix it, you walk around the house, you should spend some money and work, understand where is your relationship. So every year, even if you don't want to go to a therapist or the counselor, have a sit and have a conversation about what was good this year. What can I do better?
It's a really good idea. Yeah.
What can I do better? Yeah. There's something I can improve. There's something I've done to make you upset. Okay. Because if you don't tell me, I don't know.
No.
And I keep doing the same mistake, and we don't have the communication about that, I cannot adjust. And then you reach a point that you explode and it's too late.
And this is where men and women are different, because we presume you can read our mind.
That doesn't happen.
Exactly. And this is where a lot of relationships can get into difficulty, in my opinion, is women believe, well, he should know.
Oh, how many times have I heard that in my life?
Okay. You need to articulate it for them to know.
Yes.
They're not mind readers.
Baby steps, I might add. Look, I remember reading once and I thought, oh, this is a really good analogy. A man sees a set of car keys sitting on the bench and he's like, oh, I'm going to go drive my car. A woman sees a set of car keys sitting on the bench and she thinks about, I've got to bring the shopping in, I've got to drive the car, I've got to go and put the washing out, I've got to go and get the kids from school, I've got to cook the dinner, oh, I better bring that next load of washing in. And it went on for about 10 or 20 things, because a woman's mind is always going like this. So I don't know if that's true.
Completely untrue. But it is.
You're not a typical male.
Personality, that's personality type.
What are you saying, Lisa? Sorry.
Well, a lot of men are very, like, they just sit on the couch and, well, you're not one of those, Aaron, I know, but a lot of men are couch potatoes.
That is a society, a social construct that we learn.
Yeah.
And because man has been
learned very well.
Yeah, because man has been allowed to do that.
I didn't allow him.
Oh, you didn't, but the parents, yes, and the society did.
Yeah.
The society expects that you were the one to take care of the kids, and not the man.
Yeah.
Not in every house, but in many houses, usually it was the woman taking care of the kids, and the man was the breadwinner. Come home, I don't want to know anything, and the relationship with the kids is broken. If you look, the majority of the people have a relationship with the parents. Have maybe good relationship with the mother, but with the father, especially boys, is crumbling.
Well, that's a generational thing.
Is it a generational?
Well,
That's,
I don't know if it's a generational thing because I think it's still happening today.
Oh, no doubt in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely no doubt.
Because that's what they've been taught. And this is where Maro's saying if we get them before they get to that stage, in early on in the relationship, and you can can nurture these couples through that before it starts becoming a problem, then they've got the tools in their toolkit to be able to handle it when it comes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it even after 25 years.
Yeah.
5 years marriage.
Or 37? Can you do it up to 37?
Okay. You can do that
Every day.
if your kids they grow up, okay, and they start to go out,
Right.
and you didn't spend the right time because all the time for you was to take care of the kids, and you did all the best for the kids. The problem is that you give up your intimacy. You don't sleep anymore together. You don't have sex. I don't know if we can say sex.
Yeah.
But I say
Say whatever you want on Edge Radio Australia.
Baby.
I say it 3 times. So, but the point is, you reach a point that then the kids start to go out, and you look at your partner and say, and now what we do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I had that very experience. Okay, I remember one of my anniversaries, sitting in a restaurant, sitting across from my wife, and I realized, God, what do we have in common? Oh my God, we have 2 things in common: the kids and sex. That's it. And it was
You had sex.
probably great sex. That's the only reason the relationship lasted. Honestly, that's the honest truth. And I think to myself, like, yeah, it was quite confronting, thinking, I don't know, like, I don't think even you're my friend anymore. Like, or have you ever been my friend?
Yeah.
It's horrible. So yeah, you've got to have that friendship you talked about when you first were talking. I think that's fundamentally important. But yeah, just when your kids grow older and they move away too, that must be very confronting for a lot of couples, because exactly that. You got to look at your relationship and be honest. What is it really based on? Yeah. And for those who have done it right, fantastic. For those who have done it wrong,
well, if you look, the one to get it right, if you ask them, they say, I married my best friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's funny?
I married my lover and they became my best friend.
I like that.
Very cool. Is that a different way to get there?
But you were lucky that you ended up with a best friend. It could have gone the other way.
Yeah, and many times it could have gone that way in our relationship too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all,
Roses.
No, it wasn't all roses. It was guns and roses.
Yeah. That's good. It was.
Talk about that sweet child of yours.
Yeah.
Each other mind.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking forward to your rock show, by the way. Doing the music for today. Oh, man. Get on board on Friday night.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night I'm going to do, because I love rock. I used to do a rock radio show back in Italy.
Yeah.
Was the first was this very small radio in town, and they were playing music for old people.
Wow.
We called liscio because this kind of music is very danceable, no? But it's for elderly.
Yeah.
So at the time in the 90s, of course, I grew up with the grunge. Grunge era was my thing. And this guy was trying to take young people at the radio, to listen to the radio. And he say, you want to do the show? I say, wow, why not? The dream. I'm 18 years old. Come on.
Yeah.
And then I got fired 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah, because 1 year was election time, and the mayor came in, and me and my sister at the time, we were the 2 that were doing the show. We weren't very polite with them. So we asked too many questions.
Yeah.
And we got fired a couple of times.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's big.
But was beautiful time.
You clearly built for Edge then, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, it's very different from here. Over there, the politics is very different. Yeah. I grew up in a town that, with the communist, the partisan, and the fascist. So you have the same region. You have 2 parts. One is red, the other one is black. And
I think it's called the Labour and the Greens. That's what they're called now.
Yeah. But today, I'm sorry, but today I think the politics is plus or less the same. My nonno, that was very smart guy, used to say, if voting was very useful, they will never let you do it.
Yeah.
Do not never discuss about politics, especially at work.
All right. Now, hang on. Here's the anyway. We never talk about politics. We never talk about sex. It's important. Mate, let's talk about religion now. So, hello. We hit the end of the show, but I did want to promote the fact that we're going to do the show tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes.
Now, what is the name of the show tomorrow night?
Okay. I came out with the name, but I changed it.
Oh, it's changed.
Because I thought about what you told me, the triple R. I say, okay, no. And I choose something that is more rocky. So
Okay.
it's called Rock Pulse Radio. It's about that go from the early blues in the 50s
Right.
to today rock.
Okay.
What I want to do, I want to go discover new rock bands around. Yeah. Because I don't think rock is going to die.
Never die. It will never die.
The rock, I think, is coming back, and as everything coming back, and rock is the best music. Is the only music that make you think and make you think different. So we need to push that. So
And if people want to reach out to you for your relationship advice or bring couples in, how do they do that?
well, they can contact Aaron here if they want to.
Go to the website. Think away.
Yeah. Otherwise, they can look at my website, Mauro Davidi, MauroDaviddi. So I've been very good with the spelling. In Italy, we don't have spelling
Yeah.
because we say what we write. In English, no. You write things, you say something else.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know? And then the people complain to me because your English is not small.
So how would you say beautiful in Italian?
Well, depends. Beautiful for what?
Beui.
Bello,
Bella.
bello. Something is very nice. Bello.
I was just trying to choose a word that
Beautiful.
yeah.
Good looking. Beautiful. Bello.
You're learning something already from him.
And I know a word. Arrivederci.
Yeah, I'm going to right now. The perfection. Thanks for being part of it. Of course, and look, do all the normal things that the YouTube people say you got to do. You got to join. You got to subscribe. You got to like.
Yeah.
You got all those things you need to do. I don't know. Just press buttons until.
Press button there. See you next time.
But do not miss the show tomorrow night. We're going to have lots and lots of fun, lots of great rock music. But yeah, share this with your friends. I think I'm really looking forward to the journey we're going to do because I think we're going to be talking about a lot of subjects that people are not going to want to. Well, not want to. They're just not.
They're not going to hear anywhere else.
They're not. Yeah. Because people can be nervous about these things.
Yes.
Let's talk about the really important stuff.
Living life on the edge, it's ready.
Absolutely. Let's get out of here. Thank you for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Radio Australia.
Ciao. Bye.